Heather did a heck of a job. It's good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you.
It all makes sense. Thank you. It all makes sense now. Biden's going to allow health hysteria to possibly hinder interstate travel for unvaxxed U.S. citizens, but leave the border wide open for diverse COVID strains. You know, I mean, Mayorkas' name should be Maytag because he's always in this political spin cycle. But think about it. It's all right now. It's all smoke and mirrors. Although Biden's decimating safety, security, and health with his overall failed policies, he's arrogantly using Title 42, expulsing people he needs to. It seems to me that they're bussing in immigrants until COVID becomes too close to Martha's Vineyard to get Democrat votes, and then suddenly they're pulling back. I mean, the entire border is a bungle. How about this? It's okay to shut down the border. It's okay to stall immigration if COVID is as serious as we say it is.
Yeah. John, your thoughts?
Well, from the leaked audio, we know, I'll put it in Biden's terms, that Mayorkas is a lying dog-faced pony soldier, right? He's been lying ever since. This thing has been completely out of control. And the thing is, to Judd's point, we have to shut down the border because we are still in a pandemic, right? But at some point, we'll be coming out of the pandemic. So we have to have a long-term strategy and goal as far as what our immigration policy is going to be. We cannot have a porous border. We're pulling troops out of foreign lands, and we can't even protect our own border. This is a conflict. Yeah. Not only are we unsafe abroad, but we're actually unsafe at home, where people are coming across the border with various strains, right? And putting a burden on our economy right now in terms of they don't have the resources to take care of themselves.
Right.
So if you factor in 200,000 plus people per month dispersed all over this country at a time where we have eviction moratoriums that we're battling with, you know, landlords are not getting paid, small businesses are being driven out. What the hell is going on with America?
Yeah, and Heather, there is all the COVID patients also.
Yeah, and I think that was a key question to ask him because obviously the Democratic talking points coming out now are trying specifically to deny that and say that this is not happening with the illegal immigrants coming across the border. And Jackson County is 3 hours from the border, and you heard the sheriff's answer there saying that they're completely overwhelmed with the COVID patients.
Yeah, I've lived in Texas, and you don't have to be on the border to have the effect. Corinne, we ran out of time in this segment. We'll start with you next segment. I apologize. Folks, stand by. Okay. I'm not big on, celebrity news, but it's hard to ignore this. Britney's bitter battle looks like it may be coming to an end. The big step forward in the Free Britney movement. Next, when American Agenda continues. Welcome back to American Agenda. A major breakthrough in the Britney Spears fight for freedom. The pop star's father, Jamie Spears, agreeing to step down from his daughter's conservatorship after 13 years. Britney has been urging judges to remove her father, accusing him of abuse, manipulation, and coercion. She's even pushing to press charges against him. There still isn't an actual timeline given on when the conservator would change. Many are asking why the courts haven't acted sooner than this. Let's check in with our panel. So, Corinne, I don't know if you follow this kind of story. I'm not big on it, but it seems like everybody looks at a grown woman who's making hundreds of millions of dollars and her dad's still in charge. She may be a little wacky sometimes. I think we all are, but she seems to be okay to handle some of her own affairs now. What's your take on this?
I think it's a really complicated case, but what I will say is it's always a cause for celebration when an authority figure is removed. When you can make your own health decisions, when you can make your own monetary decisions, I think that's what we all want. And the very robust Free Britney campaign has really revealed how much Americans support choice. No mask mandates, no vaccine mandates. We should be making our own choices, just like Britney.
Yeah, I don't know much about conservatorships because I have no money. Now, longtime friend Paris Hilton weighing in on Twitter saying, I'm so happy to hear this news. It's been so long overdue, but I'm so glad that Britney is on her way to finally being free, sending so much love, and of course, hashtag free Britney. Heather, is this the kind of thing you keep track of?
No, not really. But I do know that this doesn't just have to do with money. And I was very troubled when some of the reports came out that
I know.
the conservatorship dealt with when she could get pregnant and whether or not she would be allowed to take birth control, just a lot of personal health issues as well. It will be interesting to see what happens because, as you mentioned, there's no withdrawal date for him. But I know that there are a lot of contingencies associated with this. And apparently the guardianship will just be passed to other hands. So I'm not
That's
sure
what I
this
worry about.
frees her, it doesn't really free Britney yet.
I don't understand, John, why somebody has to take care of her affairs.
I don't either. No pun intended, but Britney Spears has never been on my top 10 list, right? When you look at so many foreign affair issues, what's happening in D.C., and I live in New York, glad that the governor resigned this week. But the thing is that, we all celebrate freedom, right? We want to make sure that we have safeguards in place, but we also want to make sure that those safeguards don't overstep their boundaries, as we've been seeing in this pandemic, right? So not only should we celebrate Britney being free, we should also celebrate the freedom of America in terms of choice for everyone. The thing is that local government and national government have been overstepping their boundaries and forgetting that they actually are subjected to the will of the people. If the people in a local district want something different, then
I don't know how you turned. I don't know how you turned it from Britney into that. Judd, we've got like 20 seconds. Your final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, talk about father issues in a 10-year journey in therapy. I think she's got a long road ahead of her. But conservatorship is the eminent domain of individual freedom, so it is a serious issue. Now I think we should come together and save all the grandparents that kids have put away to spend their money. And I hope I don't create a riot with too many senior citizens that are watching this.
I'm worried I'm going to be one of those down the road myself. John Burnett, Corinne Clark, and Judd Dunning, thank you all for joining us. Before we go to break, let's check